Right, hello, I'm Kaimson Genius, and today we are going to discuss difference between C++ and Java. Be sure that in any interview you are going to see applying for software engineering position, software developer, computer programmer, and similar job roles, this question most likely will be there. And if you fail this question, if you don't get it correctly, most likely you stand a chance of losing the opportunity of getting this job. So let's look at 8 differences between C++ and Java. Another thing I want to remind you is that sometimes randomly you might be asked to give more explanation on the points you are making. So here I'm going to outline it and make brief explanation on each of them. So let's start with the first one. The first one, which is platform dependent for C++ and platform independent for Java. This is a key difference. So if you forget every other thing, remember this is the first difference between the two, and this is what gives Java some edge over C++. Although C++ has many advantages over Java. Platform independence means that Java programs can run on any platform or any operating system. C++ is built for the Windows platform. Now, why can Java applications run on any platform? Is made possible by the Java Virtual Machine. The Java Virtual Machine is an abstract machine that installs on any system and allows it to run programs written on Java. So the key difference, take note, C++ is platform dependent, Java is platform independent. Right, the next one, which has to do with object-oriented programming language style, is support for multiple inheritance. Now, C++ supports multiple inheritance, but Java does not support multiple inheritance. Now, this is very important because how can you achieve the same functionality in Java? It can also be done using interfaces. So it means that even though Java doesn't support multiple inheritance, it can achieve the same result by making use of interfaces. Now, what are interfaces? Interfaces are class that contains only definitions of methods that must be implemented by derived classes. Well, I'm not going to give more details, but you can watch a different video where I make a clear explanation of how interfaces are used. So the key point is C++ supports multiple inheritance. It means a class can inherit from more than one parent. Just like we humans have two parents, a father and a mother. So C++ supports that. So C++ is more human friendly, if you will say that. Java doesn't support multiple inheritance. Java classes can only inherit from one parent. C++ supports both call by value and call by reference, whereas Java supports only call by reference. Now, what is call by value and call by reference? Call by value means that when a function is called, the actual parameters are passed to this function. In case of call by reference, the address of the parameters of the former parameters are passed to this function. What it means that in case of call by value, the changes to the actual parameter does not affect the values in the former parameters. The former parameters actually are parameters used when the function was defined. So in case of call by reference, the addresses of the former parameters are passed to the function. So changes to the former parameters are affected in the actual parameters in case of call by reference. So take note of the clear explanation. Call by value, the values of parameters are passed by actual values, and then in case of call by reference, the address of the parameters are passed. C++ supports call by value and call by reference. Java supports only call by value. Now, this is also important. C++ supports pointers. So in C++, you can define pointer variables and use pointer variables in your code. Remember, pointers are addressed to variables, not actual variables, but pointers hold the address of these variables. So C++ supports pointers, Java does not. C++ supports operator overloading, Java does not support operator overloading. Now, what is operator overloading? Operator overloading means you can use the same operator to perform two different functions. For instance, the plus operator can be used for arithmetic operations. It can also be used for concatenation of two strings. So this is operator overloading, when one operator can be used for two or more different functions. C++ supports operator overloading, Java does not. Number 6, C++ has inbuilt multi-threading functionality. C++ has no inbuilt multi-threading functionality, but Java supports both threading and multi-threading functionality. This is also very important, especially when new processors have different cores. Performance is improved when you write programs and languages that support multi-threading functionalities. Alright, let's look at the next one. C++ supports templates. Java does not support templates, but it achieves the same result using generics. What are templates? Templates are types that are defined, but the actual type is specified at runtime. So it means that you can declare a variable at runtime. That variable can accept string values, it can accept integer values, or even object type values, but what kind of variable it will be accepting will be specified at runtime. So C++ supports defining templates and using them in your program. Java does not support templates, but as I said, it uses generics to achieve the same result. The last one, C++ is not pure object-oriented programming language, but Java is a pure object-oriented programming language. Now, what does it mean? Remember that C++ derived from the C language, and the C language is not object-oriented programming language, but C++ is. Now, C++ maintains kind of backward compatibility, meaning that it keeps some of the features of the C programming language. And that makes it that behaves sometimes. C++ behaves like procedural language sometimes like object-oriented programming. So you can actually use C++ to write procedural programs. Java is pure OOP, meaning that you must always have an object before you can run the Java code. So these are the 8 differences. Now, what is the difference between C++ and C#, C and C++, C# and Java, Python and PHP, MySQL and MS SQL, ASP and JSP, VB and VB.NET, HTML and XML, Oracle and MS SQL, AngularJS and Node.js. Now, this will be made available in few days to come. From tomorrow upwards, you can be checking. You'll be able to see that I've made videos explanation on these concepts. So one thing you can do is to just subscribe. Click on the subscribe button down there so that you can subscribe for more videos, lessons on software engineering, programming, and interview questions. If you have any question, you have any observation, or even some assignments you want support, you can leave it in the description box on the comments box below as a comment, and I'll respond to you. If you have some other thing you want me to discuss, maybe a question, leave it there in the comment box. If this video has been informative for you, let me know in the comment box below. I remain Kyneton the Genius, and I expect to see you in the next lesson.